Welcome to topic 1, Underpinnings of Evidence Law. This is where we build the foundation. Before we dive into rules and exceptions, we need to ask, what do we mean by evidence, and why is there is a body of law governing it? Evidence law provides the structure that courts use to decide what material can be considered and how it should be weighed. Evidence is anything that can prove or disprove a fact in issue. Testimony, documents, physical objects. Evidence law is procedural. It doesn't create rights, but it governs how rights are proven in court. This applies equally to civil disputes and criminal cases. The purpose of evidence law is to promote accurate fact finding. Courts, however, don't operate as independent truth seekers. Their role is to arbitrate contests brought by parties. As Justice Kagler explained, the court's role is not to investigate but to manage disputes fairly within the framework of rules. The first principle, rational reasoning. Judges and jurors must base findings on logic and evidence, not on superstition or speculation. In R. V. Young, the jury actually conducted a seance to reach a verdict. This was considered irrational and the conviction was overturned. It shows how strongly the law insists on rationality in decision making. The second principle is relevance. Section 56 of the Evidence Act makes relevant evidence admissible and irrelevant evidence inadmissible. Courts focus only on evidence that has a logical connection to the case. Importantly, it is up to the parties to decide what evidence they want to present. Third principle is about preventing irrational reasoning. Sometimes evidence, even if relevant, can be unfairly prejudicial. It may stir up emotions or bias. The Australian Law Reform Commission has stressed that unfair prejudice risks verdicts based on emotion rather than rational analysis. In such cases, evidence may be excluded to preserve fairness. The fourth principle deals with unreliable evidence. Courts can either exclude it or admit it with strict warnings. A classic example is a coerced confession. It might technically be relevant, but the risk is that it carries too much persuasive weight and misleads the jury. This principle ensures unreliable material is treated carefully. Evidence law often has to balance truth finding with broader public interest. Sometimes irrelevant material must be excluded to protect individual rights or justice system's integrity. Client legal privilege is a good example. Communications between lawyer and client remain confidential even if they contain the truth. Uniform Evidence Acts apply in the Commonwealth, New South Wales, Tasmania, Victoria, the ECT, and the Northern Territory, but they have not been adopted in Queensland, South Australia, or Western Australia. Even in uniform jurisdictions, the acts are not complete codes. Common law continues to supplement them. That concludes topic 1. We have identified 4 guiding principles: rational reasoning, relevance, discouraging irrational verdicts, and treating unreliable evidence with caution. These operate alongside rules that balance accuracy against public interest. Remember, justice thrives when truth is tested through fairness. And always check the Specific Evidence Act and case laws in your jurisdiction for correct authority. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lesson.